when it's out of sight, it's literally out of mind. I just forgot that I had my laptop in my car the entire day, especially coming back home at 2:30 a.m. after a midnight screening. I was just like, went to bed. I didn't think about it. And so this all comes to play because Monday morning, what day is it? Sorry, Saturday morning when I wake up and I go to my car, I'm like, that's weird. Why is my water bottle like on the ground next to my car? Oh. And I get into it and notice that both of my glove compartments are wide open and empty, basically. And then I look. Like
the surefire.
Yeah.
Like idea. Of
yep.
Like, oh, okay, that's, yeah.
Things are gone. Yeah. So I look and sure enough, pop the trunk, go in, and it's definitely gone.
We are the
Get Reelisms Podcast.
I am Madam Chase Rani.
And I am Christine Chen. And surprise, we're both filmmakers.
We get into it by sharing secrets, advice, and gossip in filmmaking.
And we even get our other filmmaking friends to share theirs too.
So please, everybody, join us for
an ode to filmmaking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are both in two different sets in two very different days. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Get Reelisms Podcast, episode 175. I am Madam Chase Rani.
And I am Christine Chen. Yeah.
So I will say it has been A-OK in Austin, Texas for good old Adam Chase. I have a home theater set up. I'm dog sitting and cat sitting, house sitting. So this is great. Especially I had a shoot and I hurt my back as well. So I've been just taking this time to actually, you know what? I got to thank you, Christine, because I have a newfound lit fire for the writing process since I've been here. Because
for a house, yes.
I am in a completely different setting.
Correct.
With dogs, and I actually forgot my headphones, and I was mad because I was like, I need headphones in order to walk. I can't not listen to music and not walk, and I just didn't have them, and I just had my voice notes on, and I just kept talking into the phone. I have at least 3 hours worth of voice notes for this new draft. It's
perfect. Yes,
Christine, the big massive stuff.
This is the secret formula. That's what I'm saying. If you want your creativity, you gotta change the scenery.
And you got a newfound love for it. Christine's POV. Oh, God. It's been a very not good.
It's been shit show this whole weekend. Oh my God, it's been so bad. Yeah, no, I was oscillating. We were oscillating between canceling or not doing it, keeping or doing it or not. But yeah, so I know I've told people on Facebook, but I had this weekend is the Dances with Films Film Festival, and some of the Shreveport crew came over for Peeping Todd. So that was one of our friends of the podcast that we got to talk to. And so Josh Munns was here, Camille Gladney, Reese did a show, but Alexander Jeffrey. So like a lot of old friends from Shreveport. So I got to go see the midnight screening of that on Friday. I got back at 2:30 a.m., parked my happy ass, went to bed, and just totally forgot that I had a full ass day that day, basically. And so I had my backpack in my car, but I didn't remember it because when I'm at least smart enough to know not to put it like in plain view, I put it in the trunk because you can't see it. Sure. It's hidden in a spot and you can't really see anything, basically. So
you worked on sets before. And sketchy areas. You gotta hide your kit. You got to hide your stuff.
Yeah, so it's hidden. But that's also a problem for me. When it's out of sight, it's literally out of mind. And I just forgot that I had my laptop in my car the entire day, especially coming back home at 2:30 a.m. after a midnight screening. I was just like, went to bed. I didn't think about it. And so this all comes to play because Monday morning what day is it? Sorry, Saturday morning when I wake up and I go to my car, I'm like, that's weird. Why is my water bottle like on the ground next to my car?
Oh,
And I get into it and notice that both of my glove compartments are wide open and empty, basically. And then I look.
Like the surefire,
Yeah.
like idea. Of,
Yep.
oh, okay, that's yeah.
Things are gone. Yeah. So I look, and yeah, sure enough, pop the trunk, go in, and it's definitely gone.
You didn't
So-
hear like smash at up.
No, because
yeah,
and also because everything is always a trickle down effect. It's always a domino, right? I have an older car, and it's at that point where to fix anything, you might as well just get a new car. So you just hold off on fixing stuff. And I have issues with locking my car because my key, for some reason, is messed up. The fob is also messed up. But when I drive and park, everything locks except the passenger door. So it's a risk. So it's not a problem because I'm like, most people, they try the other doors that won't open, so it's locked type thing. So they didn't break into my car, like smash it. So there's that. But they did just open the passenger seat and just unlock and just go through everything.
so they didn't smash the window.
No. So that's a positive.
Yeah.
But no, they definitely just popped the trunk and grabbed my whole thing. And I think the most frustrating part is that it's the hard drives in there. It's got projects and stuff that, of course, I didn't back up. And the positive part is most of the editing is done, and I have a version of a rough cut edited and uploaded somewhere. So the only pending edit that I'm really concerned about is this spec that I've been working. But my team, they all have the footage, but I'm just that overwhelming feeling of like, where am I going to get weeks of time to just recreate this entire timeline again? And so that's stressful. And then I'm sure I'll find out a few months from now and be like, oh, that file was on that drive that I no longer have.
But
so yeah,
like the crucial stuff is backed up.
for the most part, yeah.
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 But that's the thing, there's so much you don't know.
I don't know. I literally have no clue.
Until you have to open it up.
Need it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
So yeah. Yeah. So that was really stressful. And then just had a whole class. The positive thing was that shortly after I figured that out, I got a text from some random nice stranger. Her name is Betsy. I'm only going to say her first name because I don't know if she wants to real, but she was like, "Hey, I have a bag of yours somewhere at Echo Park. Basically, I found it on a bench in Echo Park," and I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah." And so I go and meet her, and this is in the shit that is LA. There are really kind and nice people here.
Yeah.
So it's a nice reminder of, hey, there are good people in this world as well. And she didn't have to do this because I was like, I don't recall my contact information in any of the stuff that she recovered, basically. She's, oh, no, it wasn't. So essentially, I think after they robbed me, they went to Echo Park and sorted things that they didn't need. And it was like, I mean, it's this bag here. So this is the bag I recovered, was this American cinematographer bag, which actually has sentimental value, so I'm glad I got that back. And yeah, and in it is like the sunscreen. I have Flonase. So they tossed the shit they didn't want into this bag. So my allergy meds, Jamgasm props. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. My annual. Yeah.
Thank God they kept that.
I know. So it's okay. Like they put all the stuff into this bag and basically just left it at the park. And Betsy was so kind. She probably looked at some of the stuff and it said my name, Christine Chen. And she went and searched because she could tell I was a filmmaker. So she found me on Instagram and then realized that we had a lot of mutual friends because she herself is a filmmaker as well. She's an actress. And she realized, we now realized she had a lot of mutual friends from Louisiana because she did some time in New Orleans.
Excuse me.
And so the amount of effort that Betsy went through makes me super emotional thinking about it because she went and DM'd like 3 of our mutual friends being like, where's my number? I don't know. I need Christine Chen's number basically. And DM'd like a guy that I AD'd for 5 years ago during the pandemic and got my number and all this stuff and texted me so that I could have access to the stuff. And like that at least was a nice brightness in my otherwise really shitty rest of the day. So we were just joking how like that itself could just be a short, just like going from the absolute worst of humanity to the absolute best and ending on, oh, you meet a random stranger and you recover stuff that has sentimental value that may not actually have value. And you meet a new friend as well. And like, this is a person who literally did not have to do this and took the time and now knows because of how she worked backwards, my whole career life journey. Searched for my information to get me this, some sunscreen and whatever was in here type thing. That was really kind. And I don't know, I think because of that, I was after a while, after crying it out last night and everything, and I was like, you know what, we should do a podcast just to commemorate this. And also, not to toot my own horn and stuff, but I feel like this will be something fun to look back at when like we're both successful and we'll be like, oh, remember the time when I was struggling in LA and shit hit the fan and like then my laptop got stolen too and like then had a whole existential crisis and was wondering like why I'm here or moved here at all to this shitty place. So it's because they always say that when you hit rock bottom or something, that's usually when it means another thing is about to happen. Yeah. And I know I have many things to look forward to actually in July, directing in July. So directing pretty much a feature, but vertical. So I'm doing that for the first few weeks in July and then second ADing for a big mentor and friend, Cynthia, friend of the podcast as well, for the second half of July. So things that I wouldn't have had an opportunity to do if I hadn't had moved here and stuff. So I am man. Rough 48 hours. Yeah. And it's a laptop.
Like you can't. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No. Go ahead.
I was just saying that sure, things could have been worse, but at the same time, it was like, what could you have done? Because I would have done the exact same thing after a long ass day. There's been a couple times, like when I've been on like after shoots or something where I just don't unload my car. I'm in an Airbnb and I'm just like, this is a sketchy area. I'll be fine. It's covered by a ferny pad. It's all good. And then I just go in and I won't think a thing about it. But yeah, even just thinking about that is a lot. We got a comic here.
Sorry you've had a rough time too for 48 hours. Yeah.
We all been through it. We've all been through it. Yeah.
I just figured it'd be nice and to share it so that people know that this path is rough.
Yeah.
This path is rough. It really makes you question consistently why you're doing what you're doing, which I think you need, right? To continue to reevaluate and to be extra sure. Like the positive is I did have a heart to heart with my parents, and like it was nice that to be like, oh, like they were actually really kind, and I like fucking lost it. I was like, you don't understand. I'm working like everybody else, and we're hustling. We're working really hard, and it doesn't feel like I have anything to show for it. Now I don't even have a fucking laptop. But then to put into perspective, man, my parents came from a whole different country and had to learn a whole new language, and look at them now.
Yeah.
And it's nice and humbling to be like, I worked this hard because it is a fucking privilege. I am privileged to have the choice to keep going, and that I have parents who are like, hey, if you really believe in it, don't worry, and we'll figure out the laptop and keep going. And I really needed to hear that.
Total.
Yeah.
You got reassurance. You got people backing you up. You have people.
Yeah.
Like you have family, you have friends as well, and you met friends along the way.
So crazy. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, gotta keep going.
Yeah. Have I told you about I've been using my mother's car? I think I've told you when you were back here in Austin. And so I've been driving you've seen it, like when I pulled up to Kelly's house. So on this last shoot was on, it was a bigger shoot. Not my biggest, but it was like a bigger shoot that was like, oh my God, this is going to pay me rent and then some for a couple of weeks. Oh my God, this is going to be amazing. I did the gig. It was fantastic. It was a great gig. It was fun. It was a small shoot, skeleton thing. And along the way, it was a 3-day shoot. And along the way, this car, we got another comment. I have a MacBook 2010, and that's still if you want it. I don't need an extra computer in the UK. So sweet.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I don't know why I'm saying thank you.
I mean,
generous.
It's a thank you for humanity, honestly. I think that's when you test just like people is when you're at your actual worst and people come in. That's been nice just to hear that from people. Like people DMing me, asking me, looking up, hey, here's how you go talk to the police. Here's some links for stuff. And man, like that was it was so nice. It's so nice to have that. So thank you. Yeah.
I lied, 2014, 2016. So it's
heck yeah.
So you saying it's a better computer? It's a fantastic lie. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wish I can say your name. No, I'm so sorry. But still, I send you my love. We love you. We love you at the Get Reelisms Podcast. You're now an official co-host. There you go.
If you find a path, with no obstacles, it probably doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose so. Perspective.
You're so close.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Very white. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I was on this shoot and the car broke down. And it didn't break down one time. It broke down 5 times.
Oh, great.
So I don't know. So I looked it up. Long story short, it's a transmission failure. And I didn't know anything about it because it was either like a throttle issue or X, Y, or Z, right? Or the worst of the worst is transmission, which of course, transmission is single-handedly the worst fucking expensive part of the car ever, next to the engine itself. And it just kept stalling out. And it happened before, like a few months ago. It only happens if you're driving the car fucking crazy. So if you're speed on the freeway or the highway, If you're on 290 and you're trying to pass up a truck or something like that, it's just, you need to floor it. You need that acceleration. When that happens, the car breaks down every fucking time. What I usually do is I turn off the car, put it in park, pull over, safely, because I'm a big safe driver. But I pull over, turn it off, park it, and I turn it on after 10 seconds. It works again.
Yeah, restart.
Yeah, restart it. And so I'm like, okay, great. Fantastic. I think I have made a workaround. This last gig, I'm telling you, this car is like literally telling me, kill me.
Kill me now. Put me out of my misery. Yeah.
God. And finally, after the last day of the shoot, and I was on my way home, we wrapped out. I loaded the car, and it took 2.5 hours to wrap out. And I loaded the car, and then it just started like jerking back and forth. And I'm just like, great, awesome. I'm on 71 East going towards the airport.
Yeah.
Crazy freeway section. I was right there, right before that exit. And I had to pull over. And there was this truck that was hauling fucking ass right behind me.
Shit.
Just started blowing on a horn. And my car was stalling out, mind you. So I had to move from the leftist lane all the way to the right. So I had to move all the way to the right and finally got into the shoulder safely. And I got out of there. But, and then one $100 tow later, I got the car towed. And I still have yet to hear about the car, but from the looks of it and what the mechanic has already told me, it's not looking good. It's looking like it's going to be a transmission thing, which your boy just got paid for rent. And I don't know if I have money for a transmission.
Dude, I get that, man. That's like why I haven't fixed my fucking lock, because I'm like, it's pay my rent or repair this door. Yeah, like I gotta pay my rent.
That's been my life for the last 2 weeks.
Man.
Actually, my last car. I lost my car in 2020. We've told about this story episodes.
Yeah, because no fault of Adam's. It was parked out like in front of your house, and someone runs into it. Yeah,
I was playing a Call of Duty, and I thought it was thunder outside. And my mom was living with me, and she was like, "What was that?" I'm like, "Oh, that was thunder." She was like, "No, that wasn't thunder, dude." And I went outside, and yeah, it looked like a pancake. Yeah, and ever since then, yeah, it's just been like I'm borrowing other people's rides. I'm borrowing my mom's car. I'm borrowing other people's car. I'm renting cars even. Sometimes I'll get coupons like for Uber rentals. By the way, Uber rentals. Shout out to Uber rentals. I know we're not sponsored by that. We would love to be sponsored by that. But there's some cheap rides over there. So definitely check those. But anyways, yeah. Or I would just straight up Uber. Like I would just get like ride sharing.
Have you tried Turo? Turo?
Yeah. And Turo's great as well. The last couple of years hasn't been, and I haven't used it since. But yeah, for like the first couple of years of COVID, oh yeah, you get any work at all. And so that's been our lives, ladies and gentlemen. It's
that's constant struggle.
Constant struggle. Listen, it's a fabulous life in the film industry. What a fabulous life. What a
it's trying your patience.
Especially when gigs are very far few between, especially in your neck of the woods as well.
Oh my God.
This is just on my end in Austin. It's been few between. Let me tell you, even people I know who work a lot aren't working as much as I see them working. They're always posting on Instagram. You probably follow these same people too. Actually, we have the same mutual. You would see them not posting anything on set. There would be a lot of people. I would not see any set photos, except for maybe a couple. And I'm like, wow, okay. So we're
in a drought. It's a drought right now.
We're in a bad.
Last time I was here, I asked how to land my first paid gig. Just many professionals have told me that worked in a union show or feature that said to stay consistent. Their lives and your lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is that. It's consistency. It's getting up and doing the reps when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. It's locking yourself up in someone else's house so that you force yourself to be in the mindset
Yeah.
to
And he just had a part 2 of the comment. Got my first paid gig. Worked as a PA and landed
hey,
an AC job. It's a
fuck
ripple.
yeah.
Thank you. Oh, you just, let me tell you something. That wasn't a ripple, homie. You straight up threw a boulder and you just
Did it. Let's go. Awesome. Yes.
When they
Yes,
say that you're
Nico.
hungry and you want to work, you will
Yeah.
for sure. You gotta
You gotta
talk to people. You gotta
Yeah.
put your number out there as well.
And I think too, creating momentum, generating your own momentum helps as well. So I think one of the things that I love and miss, and I'm trying to bring back here in LA, which I did with my spec that I was able to do about 3 weeks ago, or maybe it's almost a month now, is get together with some of the people you've met along the way who trust you, to make your own project, shoot stuff. And people like seeing initiative. It says, took 5 minutes of consistency, yes. I was just reading a week ago about how in 2007, Francis Ford Coppola had his laptop stolen. Happens to the best of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that. Oh, geez. Must be a thing. Maybe that happens, and then like right afterwards, like it's a trend. We should study that. How many people had their break after their fucking laptop gets stolen?
There's a formula to it. You gotta
There's a formula.
At least have a laptop stolen and so for 10 years.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, that's awesome. You guys rock. We have a little neat film community here. So
yeah, and that's why we do this. And
yeah.
yesterday when I was like, no, I don't want to, I'm sad and despair. Then I'm like, you know what? No, we need to.
Too. Why
Yeah.
you said that. You were like, I don't know, man. I might just reschedule. I'm like, yeah, it's fair. I have all my stuff with me though. If you want to record, just let me know.
I'm glad we are, because it's when I reframed it and was like, look, this is going to be something I'm going to look back and be like, remember that time when now we have recorded, both of us. Yeah, both of us. Yeah, our house sitting. Your car doesn't work. I don't have my laptop is gone, and my hard drives have no.
Basically.
Yeah. So, and we are still in this moment committed to staying vigilant in our journeys in the film industry, despite AI coming, despite the industry being absolute shit right now. Besides, we're still here. And I think that says something.
And absolutely says something.
But I think what we're seeing too is that it works because of community. And it works because of, I call social currency, social wealth. Some random stranger who did a good deed and called to let me know that they found some random bag discarded on a bench in Echo Park. She didn't need to, literally, because it was not easy. That's the thing. I know what she went through to have to do that. Like, it was not an easy feat. Most people wouldn't be like, yeah, no contact information, we good. But she saw filmmaker to filmmaker. Oh shit, they're probably really poor and sad right now. They probably would appreciate to have something. And went, DM'd mutual friends, found my information, and messaged me like that. Like, it's people like that. It's people who say, hey, I'm going to UK and you can borrow my laptop. And so that we're all hanging in there.
Yeah. And people understand the struggle as well. We're a lot closer than we all think. It doesn't have to be politically charged or any of this sort, really. It's just we're all in this together. We're all struggling. Honestly, in here, every industry, there's somewhat struggle. It's nice to know that we're all out there looking out for each other. Especially when times like these feel very, very dark.
Yeah.
Feels pretty dark nowadays, so it's nice. It's nice to see all you guys chime in on the chat and lend a helping hand. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
There's something else I was going to bring up, and I lost my train of thought. But all in all, I think
We're still here.
we're still here, and I think we all will look back and hopefully see this and go, man, honestly, we might even have worse. I hope it doesn't get worse from here.
Please don't jinx this.
I don't want to.
I don't want anything.
But it would be like a retrospective, like 10 years from now, right?
Yeah.
It would be like, wow, remember when times were just completely different? We all thought we were going to die at one point. At the end, I think. Right?
I remember that there's been several podcasts throughout our career of podcasts where I cry. It's always me crying, but I cried on the podcast. And I look back being like, oh, yeah, our funding was pulled, and we had 2 to 3 weeks before we had to go make a decision whether we were canceling this shoot or not. And then we did it. And it's done. So, I don't know. I feel like it will be, I have a good feeling that it'll be something you look back on and say, hey,
yeah,
it was a struggle, but we still powered through. And yeah, and the whole purpose of this podcast is to tell you that you're not alone in the struggle. This is a very hard industry.
And while we were talking about consistency is key, it is inconsistent at the end of the day, because you can only do by which you have as many connections as you have. I don't know if that made any sense, but basically, like, with as much connections as you have, you can only get an X amount of job. And if you only like search Indeed or Facebook or Instagram or wherever, the more avenues that you open up, the more consistency you have. But unfortunately, how can you have consistency when there's no fucking jobs? Sorry. That's my only thing. Is my only gripe is that there's been barely. And also, I saw on the news not too long ago, I think it was like a few weeks ago, Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson was talking about like getting a higher tax incentive.
Yeah.
For Texas. I don't know if I just butchered that or paraphrased horribly, but a tax incentive in that there would be more jobs coming in for Texas. So I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But it's been a struggle with Christine, especially in LA.
Yeah. But
LA is LA.
LA is LA. Yeah. But we have to look at the positives. And my car works. And I at least have my old laptop that still works.
Yeah.
And I got to be a hand model not too long ago and got my nails done.
Nails did.
Yeah, as a hand model. I have a cool community that has jumped in. And I get to direct in July.
A whole feature to look forward to.
Yeah, I get to direct in July.
And how long is that shoot, by the way? Do you know?
It's short. It's 8 or 9 days, I think. Yeah. These verticals are like, they knock them out. That's the whole point. That's why they're the only things really that's supporting Hollywood, keeping everybody alive, is verticals, because they run off the model of a TV hybrid with indie features. That's how the model is. Very short times, probably like 8 to 10 days max, and very low budgets type thing, but they're great for practice. Yeah, so it's neat. The one that I'm directing has like a crap ton of stunts. Good practice.
You've done verticals before.
This will be my second directing for.
So, how do you now that you're in retrospect with that first one? Like, how do you feel about verticals? Do you think? Interests you? Like,
I don't mind them at all. I don't mind them. Each of them, you can learn something from, and I think if you can approach any situation with what can I learn from this, I think you can get all the value. So in this case, what my challenge is, how do I take a script that is not the most great, is not a very good script,
Yeah. I'm there right
But at least that is a challenge. And that tests your understanding of storytelling. And heck, they have greenlit it, so I don't have to worry. Like, it's written with a bunch of quite a big cast, a big ensemble cast, and there's scenes with a courthouse and a hospital and things that I normally wouldn't write in because I know how much they would cost. But
already line
pricing. Exactly. I can't help it. So I'm like, I can't afford this.
Budget. This is reckless.
I know, this is reckless spending. Yeah. But it's on somebody else's time, so I can look at something very unbiased and purely just see story-wise, how can I make this subpar script just slightly better?
With a directorial vision. Yeah.
I think that at least is great practice. So,
especially if you're not used to directing other people's shit either.
Yeah, so that
you don't do that as often
as I would like to.
What would be doggies that I
know? House sitting, everyone. Yeah, that's why I was like, he's unpredictable, so I don't know. Yeah, but
what was I going to ask? Why I write shit down and then I don't write it down. Some about verticals, or some about directing. Oh, you had co-writers on scripts that you worked on. I would imagine it wouldn't be that so much so different, considering that you're still in the script and you're going to make it, like you said, as best as you possibly can with what you got. So
you know what this is good practice for? This is good practice for when I direct for a studio, because I have people I have to make happy. And it can't just be what I want to do. I have time. So this is a little bit different. I'm not used to having to go through that approval process. I'm just like, let's just change the script. Now I have to be like, oh, okay, we changed the script, but then we'll have to go escalate it and see, are those script changes approved? What do I fight for? They want, it's a film by committee. Ava DuVernay says, film by committee. And that is in itself a good thing to practice. How do you work as a director in a film by committee setting? Yeah. So for that reason, I don't mind it at all. I'm directing, which is what I came here to try to do more of. And it's cool that I feel very grateful that the meeting I had before this was the AD telling me, this is the schedule, here's the line thing. Like, what do you think? And I can go in and be like, actually, I feel like we're going to suggest doing this and this and this. Yeah. But I don't have to be the one breaking down the schedule and doing all that stuff. And I can focus on, like, how does this story work? Okay, I don't like this script. However, maybe if they say this, and like this part that I need the most practice for anyway. So I don't know. I think it's good practice. And I'm happy that I had that opportunity to do that. Say.
Right. And but it's not going to be like you fully relinquish any and all control of like budgetary restriction and things of that nature. I'm sure you're going to be very well of it.
I'll be well aware of it. However, it is nice to not be the person having to stress about it.
True. And
it's so nice.
You're right. You wouldn't necessarily have to worry about the schedule. You wouldn't have to necessarily worry about, like first AD shit.
Yeah. That's great.
Nice. That is nice.
Directing, just purely directing. Yeah. It's like directing writing, but like it's great. Yeah. It's what I wanted. So hopefully it'll get bigger in terms of I'm not always just doing verticals and I do other stuff.
Yeah. Because like you said, I feel like I'm hearing even people of like our neck of the woods, like working on verticals, like here in Texas.
Did it finally spread over?
maybe I've only heard from one friend of a mutual friend of ours. You know him. I don't want to say his name. He gets a little shy, but yeah, we have a mutual who is working on a vertical as well. So I feel like you're right, because we talked about this last time and I was a little apprehensive. I don't know if you remember this. This was like, you worked on the vertical. Was that shoot?
Yep.
You said you were like, this could be the
next thing.
It might be the thing. It might be the new movement. And
get in early. Yeah,
exactly. And now it seems like people are cashing out. It seems like people are going to go full tilt verticals now, which it's funny because like I was listening to a podcast, made me think. There was a film podcast. It's not really a film. It's like he talks to like other celebrities. It's Q with Tom Powers. I don't know, but he like talks to like really interesting people. And it's apropos of nothing, but it's basically like with the idea of vertical shooting, I like the advertising aspect of it because I've seen some creative ways of showcasing like trailers, like, but in a very vertical way that doesn't feel like when you're watching on Instagram, sometimes you have to turn your phone and nobody wants to fucking do that because then you have the whole UI like blocking like half of the frame. You just keep it vertical. And
it just opens up another like something that's interesting that comes to play now with verticals is like high ceilings actually work really well for verticals framing wise, right? Because now you can see the stuff from the top and everything. So spaces like that, looking through doorways looks really cool in a vertical. So it's just I feel like it's just a new medium and a new way of being creative. That's all. Yeah.
Regular cinematic viewing experiences, your typical cinema widescreen ratio viewing experience. I don't think that will go away. It's not like we're going to watch verticals on a big screen.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's just it's not really new. We've been watching our stuff on our phones at least for a while.
Yeah. Like content creators too. There's been crazy content creators who are basically filmmakers who just do like crazy little shorts like on no fucking money at all that are just like absolutely creative and super, super well done. Especially during COVID too. You saw a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I think that was like literally the launching off point. But yeah, I can't believe I'm saying it, but yeah, I think that's the future of it, which is crazy. I don't want to be old man shaking my fist at the cloud type of way. Yeah. I don't think it'll replace cinema though, like at all.
I don't think so. I think there's always going to be a circle of life.
Yeah, I mean,
like everything has been like that. People are like all digital, and then they're realizing, oh, they don't actually own their digital. So now there's this resurgence and stuff.
I was just about to mention.
Yeah.
Physical media. Yeah.
Physical media, and then I have a friend, Tom. His IG is Captain Tom, but he does watercolor, and he's amazing. But he does like animation for Sony or Netflix, one of those things. But they hired him because of his ability to go back to the basics of the brush and I feel like there's always going to be a natural, when everybody does one thing and wants to do something a certain way, the person that goes the opposite way, people are like, oh, that's so new and exciting. And so I just feel like there's always going to be a natural cycle.
That is a natural cycle thing. Yeah. Cool. I agree. And retro shit always comes back in some way, shape, or form too. Hey, there was actually one thing I do want to ask, and I asked on this last shoot that I was on. I got a lot of mixed answers, so I'm curious what you'd say. I think VHS tapes are going to make a comeback.
I do too.
You think so too?
Yeah. It's like vinyl. No, it's just fun.
Fact. I mean, Betamaxes and like laser discs are going to come back. But no, VHSs are so cool. There's box art with VHS.
Box art, yeah.
There's collectibles.
No, it totally is already. Like I was at a networking event here it was an anti-gravity with Cape called Community Night, and one of the vendors was a VHS vendor.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. No, I think it's just it's retro now and cool. That's why we still have Will it be the majority? No, but it will be like a fun. It's like the Polaroids, right?
Yeah.
Polaroid cameras. We still have those, and people think they're still fun because if there's nostalgia, people will always pay for nostalgia.
Even when it's there's people who don't even like know what I've seen someone with this 18, 19-year-old kid at a Target one time, and he was walking around with a CD player Walkman, like the Sony no, they still fucking make it. That's crazy.
I kept mine. I definitely still have mine.
I still have mine too. Yeah. It's in a box somewhere deep. But yeah, that's crazy to me. And this kid, there's no way this kid grew up in that era, because this seems like a regular iPad kid. You know,
it was like us having vinyl.
Well, that's what I was also going to say. So,
yeah. I think there's just always a fascination with history, the past.
Yeah. So they see like VHS types, some so archaic. It's just, you guys had televisions called booth tubes? Like
a cassette tape?
Yeah. Cassette tapes. Oh, yeah. Like, you gotta.
Like dummy phones are making a comeback too, because people not wanting to be tethered to Wi-Fi. And like I saw, who's that there was a famous celebrity artist. Anyway, I've definitely run into 2 or 3 people here. Maybe it's an LA thing. 2 or 3 LA people who were like, "Oh, you have a flip phone, phone." Yeah.
I will say, this might be a hot topic, but I'm glad we've done away with phones. I hate flip phones, dude.
No, I will not go. Yeah, I'm just happy that I literally have a computer on my phone.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I have a walking machine that can give me directions.
Yeah, I don't think I would know. Yeah.
I can't get anywhere. Even
no, I can't.
Like, I've lived there my entire life. There's been areas in the Bay Area where I'm like, I don't know where I am. What?
Yeah, I'm very thankful for that as well.
Can you imagine, like, busting out a road map? You know what I mean? Can you imagine? I don't know. Yeah, like using a cassette tape even.
I know.
Wow. I have cassette tapes, but of course that's well before my time. And I think CDs are also before my time.
I had cassette tape too. That's how my dad would, which I think was really genius. I recommended it to some of the piano students. They would record the lesson with the cassette tape. So we had this little recorder, and he would record the whole lesson so that I could go back and replay the lesson and relearn things that I forgot. It's really smart.
Do that for English, like in elementary school. Like it's like in school, you speak into a cassette player thing, and you hear back your own dictation, so it's your vowels and stuff. You would play it back in this shitty recording. I guess that's how I'm supposed to pronounce apple. I don't know. But it was just fun, just hit and record and then play and then stop. And that was part of the I think I am.
We're both old, my friend. When we're 60, we'll still be on this podcast, and we'll be like, damn.
Remember when we had to flip cassette tapes? We had to sit and wait for the VHS to rewind when you rent it from Blockbuster. You have to wait forever. I don't know if anybody remembers that, by the way.
I do remember. I remember rewinding the tape, and then it was always questionable because sometimes the tape wasn't good, and so it would rewind but get stuck and then fuck up the tape.
Right, and then, oh my God, you just unlocked a crazy at Blockbuster, where the Blockbuster thought we busted a tape. When the tape came busted, we found it. We rented El Mariachi on VHS.
Yeah.
We rented El Mariachi, and we broke. I'm so sorry, Robert Rodriguez, but we did break that tape. But the tape was broken. To be fair, we rented it and we had to rewind it. So that was always the thing with whenever we rented a VHS tape, it was never rewound ever. It was never rewound. But I know there was like a Blockbuster policy where they do.
You're supposed to.
We went to Blockbuster and they're like, "You're gonna have to pay for that VHS," and we're like, "Are you kidding me? We're not paying for this shit. That's crazy." Like, I just remember like my mom getting into an argument with the store manager of Blockbuster. Yeah. Oh man, no one under the age of maybe 28, 29, 30 won't ever probably 30-year-old really maybe that had that experience. But I have. And let me tell you something. That shit sucked.
Yeah.
And DVDs came along. And let me tell you something. DVDs were
Game changer.
Oh, we had a comment. I live in New Jersey, and the film industry seems to be taking a turn. Netflix is building a $900 million studio in New Jersey?
Yeah.
The film industry is looking into alternate states to finance these states, too. Yeah, Georgia, right? Atlanta, Hollywood Part 2, essentially. New York's always been a thing, but yeah, that's crazy. New Jersey. Ah.
Yeah, no, I say that. Yep.
Cheaper than what? Shoot in New York? Yeah, I guess that's expensive.
That's why everybody's going to Texas and stuff like that. But we'll see if my theory works. My theory was always, all right, I'm so happy that I built my career in Texas because that's where I had a safe place to be poor but still survive and find my community and everything. And now come to LA to build more community and expand that so that when all the production moves to Texas, all my Texas people still know I'm coming back to Texas. So they'll just be like, oh, we need to hire the Texas girl to AD because she knows how to AD in Austin. I'll be like, yeah, I do. Please send me home. Yeah.
People, a lot of people, Christine. People everywhere, people in small places and high places.
No, not that man.
I don't even know who that guy is. What is it, Josh? Anyways, but yeah, that's. Are we ready to take this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been an hour. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Get Reelisms podcast. You know what time it is. It's the GetReelisms.com housekeeping time. Get your books. Get your teas like Christine's or hats as well.
Yeah.
So that we can have a fun for just to get. No, but seriously, guys, thank you so much to the community to
be here and
listen to us as well. Yap on, not so much a film, more life.
But that is part of it, though. All of this is all experience, and experiences make for good stories. So
that's true.
Yeah, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, that's right. That is exactly why we're here. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Get Reelisms podcast. Thank you so much, Instagram. Thank you so much, Facebook and YouTube.
Woo!
Shout out. We'll see you next time. Peace out, y'all. See ya.
Bye.
All right.